Hi guys. Hi, take 3. It's always fucking take 3. It usually works on take 3. Okay, this is about a dream that I had last night. Basically it was a flying dream. And the thing is, I'm absolutely not flying dream on a plane. Okay, yeah, so yeah, flying, but on a plane, and I'm petrified of flying, absolutely, simply because I had some really bad turbulence not so long back, for 2 hours. 2 hours turbulence. It fucking shit me up, basically, quite badly. But this dream, yeah, let's start with this dream, right? I was basically, just before I got on the plane, okay, so I can only remember so far back with my dream recall, but basically, they were building the plane, okay, not from complete scratch, but in sections. So they were building the plane. I remember it was like a red one, okay, and basically the nose was separate. So the cockpit and like the nose, it's a really lovely like red nose, like kind of like a beak shape, if you get what I mean. Like it was really strange how it was, and yeah, that was separate. And I had this conversation with a guy. And I said, well, what's going on there? He said, well, he said, they do that these days. I said, what do you mean they do that these days? He said, well, he said, they're really expensive, the noses of the planes, you know. And at the time in the dream, I remember thinking, oh, yeah, that makes sense, because if the plane goes down, at least the nose will be alright. But that doesn't make sense anyway, because they had to fix the nose on so the pilot could fly the plane anyway. So that I didn't really reflect upon that until my dream week, well, till just now actually. So that was really stupid, really. When it had been the dream, I believed, yeah, that makes fucking complete sense. It all just made complete sense. And basically after they had built it, I boarded the plane. Okay, I noticed actually before I boarded it, it all looked a bit strange. It was like a sort of like a fat kind of body to it, and they had kind of like bits on the top of it and stuff. It all looked a bit strange, and things where they put the nose on weren't quite lining up, which shit me up a bit. So anyway, I boarded the plane, and I was petrified because of the flying phobia that I've got, and I was also petrified to see them. They were pumping water inside it, into like if you can imagine like a navy kind of boat, like a really robust dinghy type thing, like that could hold water or can hold air. That was the kind of material. And I like prodding it with my fingers, and they were filling this thing up inside the plane and getting the pressure right, and that was just like really weird. I was like, this is fucking wrong. Like this isn't right. I've never seen anything like it. On top of that, the air hostesses, yeah, were basically they were roping all the doors together, but on like harnesses, and you know, like the ratchet systems, you can really wind them up and bring them. And there's all these doors throughout the plane everywhere, and they're all getting tied in together. All these doors and these bloody straps are going between sort of the where you would walk down the aisle and stuff, you know. And they're really harnessing these doors in. I thought, there's fucking no way out of here now. There's no fucking way out of here. So I was like, fucking, I had to bear with it. Where are we now? Oh, I didn't put notes for the rest of it. I'm such a dick. Right, okay. So harnesses, right. And anyway, next minute I'm in the cockpit, but I'm in the cockpit, and basically it's really bizarre because there's just like the pilot's seat, okay, was just a toilet, right? Fucking don't know where that comes from. It's all aluminium inside. It's just a fucking toilet, just like something you'd see in a fucking, I don't know, weird prison or some shit. And that was where he was. And then a security guard came along and says, look, you have to get seated, sir. I said, oh, okay, I'm just looking around, I'm a bit concerned. Is the pilot any good? He said, well, yeah, he usually is, but lately he's been on a fucking drinking session, and he's been very stressed, so he's really tired. He didn't get a lot of sleep last night. So I was like, fucking hell. Anyway, pilot turns up, again, rushes in, turns around, and it's a local pisshead from my local pub, like, not me, right, but like a real heavy drinker, like a real old boy, and it's him. But he didn't look too bad. Like he looked a bit like he'd done his hair, or he looked younger, like a younger version of him. And at the time I thought, oh no, it's not Yorkie. It's not Yorkie at all. It's just someone that looks like him. So I was like, okay, oh fucking, I hope this pilot's good, right? So then after that, I sort of get seated, and then as the plane starts to take off, right, because I get sort of different. Someone outside, different camera angles, yeah, I get different camera angles in my dream, like as if you're in a film sometimes. But I literally done a kind of a really cool astral projection thing, like coming out of the plane, and I went, as it took off, and I went to the outside of it, yeah, and went to a different angle, and it, right, the plane was not just a plane, right, it was a fucking red dragon, okay, right, so I could just see this red dragon, because what had happened when I was, when I was inside the plane, it went up like upright, and I was like, this isn't right, I want to get out of this plane, that's right, and then I astral projected like out of the plane at a funny camera angle, looked at the plane, it was a red dragon, and the red dragon just twisted its head at me, and kind of had a, it just looked like a kind of, it sounds a bit bizarre, but a happy dragon, and this fucking dragon just went off, like, flying around, and just as I'm doing this, I've got a dragon actually up on my wall. That's really bizarre, a red dragon. Let me just show you something. Yeah, anyway, right, okay, and so it darts into the water, and I'm following this dragon, like seeing it looked like an amazing, I can explain it like an amazing computer game or something. This dragon could this dragon could never crash. It was a metallic dragon, but like with spirit, and all these, you know, I just thought, fuck, this is the plane, you know, this is the fucking plane, and it went off into the sky, through the clouds. It kept like stopping, like twisting, and then just darting back through the clouds, and off it went. And that was my dream. That was fucking wicked. That's as much as I can remember of it. Take care, be good,